Welcome to the Universalist Unitarian Church of Farmington, and Merry Christmas. When you're a UU minister serving a congregation, sometimes you can feel a lot of pressure to give an inspiring sermon every week, and it can get overwhelming. In modern times, when this happens to ministers, they reach out to their colleagues to lament or for support. And so there's funny, on social media, there's some groups called the Saturday Night Sermonators is one group, and they lament that they're doom scrolling on Facebook instead of writing their sermons, whatever it may be. But a few days ago, a colleague from Northern Virginia posted this poem, and he basically updated Clement Moore's "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" to modern times. And as I was reading it online, I knew I was going to use it tonight. So it's called A Pastor's Poem of Prayer, 2021 version. It's by the Reverend David Miller. "'Twas days before Christmas, and I'm trying to write something profound for Christmas Eve night. We live in a time with worries aplenty, in the longest month ever, still March 2020. What are we to do? We struggle to fix messes like COVID and January 6th. With Congress infighting, with families who struggle, there's so many feelings for us all to juggle. That's why every year at this time I pray for words of great wisdom to come for this day. Some wisdom to tell about that one night, a birth of deep hope where love might take flight. So many of us have thoughts of this story about a small baby who was born to glory. Some think that it's real, some think that it's true, some think it's a lesson for me and for you. Some think we should all believe what is said from words in the Bible that many have read. Yet sometimes these words are preached to breed fear. I wish there was some way to make things more clear. I don't think that Jesus, a man who preached love, would hold in his hand a gun, not a dove. I don't think that one who had a brown face would want all the kids to learn about just one race. We've taken his words and twisted them so, it's almost as if we never would know. That blessed are the poor, blessed those who mourn, blessed are the meek, so treated with scorn. Bless those who hunger and thirst for what's right, for those are the ones on whose side we should fight. And don't forget mercy and those pure in heart, for loving thy neighbors is a great place to start. And last in the list, but certainly not least, we all now should bless the ones who want peace. For peace is the message of this storied birth, and peace based in love is what we need on earth. So wisdom, come quickly, come fill us real soon, a vaccine of love, there's no one immune. Because at this time we need ways to cope and fill up our spirits with love and with hope. Yes, now I must go, get writing you see, for whatever your faith, there does need to be peace, hope, and love for now to take flight. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I have a special chalice lighting this evening. It's a kind of winter solstice, and I'm going to read a series of phrases, and after I read, I would like everyone to speak, "The light is reborn." And then I'm going to go and light the chalice. In the greatest darkness, light is reborn. Out of winter's cold, the light is reborn. From our deepest fears, the light is reborn. When we most despair, the light is reborn. When all seems lost, the light is reborn. When the earth lies waste, the light is reborn. When the animals hide, when the leaves are gone, the light is reborn. When the river is frozen, the light is When the ground is hard,
the light is reborn.
Shadows are fleeing,
The light is reborn.
light is returning,
The light is reborn.
warmth will come again.
The light is reborn.
Summer will be here once more.
The light is reborn.
Plants will grow again.
The light is reborn.
Animals will be seen once more.
The light is reborn.
Green will come again.
The light is reborn.
Life will continue.
The light is reborn.
For so the children come, and so they have been coming. Always in the same way they come, born of the seed of man and woman. No angels herald their beginnings. No prophets predict their future courses. No wise men see a star to show where to find the babe that will save humankind. Yet each night a child is born is a holy night. New parents sitting beside their children's cribs feel glory in the sight of a new life beginning. They ask, where and how will this new life end? Will it ever end? Each night a child is born is a holy night, a time for singing, a time for wondering, a time for worshiping. Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing number 237, the First Noel. How the light comes, a blessing for Christmas Day. I cannot tell you how the light comes. What I know is that it is more ancient than imagining, that it travels across an astounding expanse to reach us, that it loves searching out what is hidden, what is lost, what is forgotten, or in peril, or in pain. That it has a fondness for the body, for finding its way towards flesh, for tracing the edges of form, for shining forth through the eye, the hand, the heart. I cannot tell you how the light comes, but that it does, that it will. That it works its way into the deepest dark that enfolds you. though it may seem long ages in coming or arrive in a shape you did not foresee. And so, may we this day turn ourselves toward it. May we lift our faces to let it find us. May we bend our bodies to follow the arc it makes. May we open and open more and open still to the blessed light that comes. In keeping with the tradition of this congregation during the Christmas Eve service, plate donations during the offertory will be collected for the minister's discretionary fund. This fund is used to provide assistance to those in need within and beyond this congregation. We do this once a year, and it's pretty much the only way the fund gets subsidized. So please donate by putting in cash, or if you'd like a check, write in the memo line, discretionary fund. Thank you. Linda's going to sing I Believe, and I'm going to share a story about the origins of it afterwards. The I Believe song, the most common story I've heard about the origins of it is that the lyrics were an inscription written on the wall of a cellar in Cologne, Germany, where a number of Jews hid themselves during World War II. And I found some blog posts online by the UU Reverend Everett Howe, and he researched the origins of this story for many years, and he came across some fascinating information and posted about it in a series of blog posts. So the most common iteration is, I believe in the sun even when it's not shining. I believe in love even when feeling it not. And I believe in God even when God is silent, or some version of that. What Reverend Everett Howe found is on June 26, 1945, a Swiss newspaper published a special correspondence from an unnamed reporter writing from Cologne, Germany. The original article is in an archive managed by the Swiss National Library. And the article was about the Catholic resistance to Nazis in Cologne, and it spoke of underground bomb shelters used by them and some abandoned tunnels. The Catholic resistance used to hide from the Gestapo. And here's the relevant section translated from German from the article. He writes, Catholic scouts had discovered underground passageways which had been unused for many years under old buildings, and these could now serve as hiding places from the Gestapo. At one point, 9 Jewish refugees hid here for 4 months without ever being caught. When I visited the shelter, this is the reporter talking, I had the opportunity to see the emergency housing fully equipped with a kitchen, bedroom, living room, radio, a small library, and oil lamps. Evidence of a stunning experience. Meals could only be prepared at night so as not to attract the Gestapo's attention, who would have noticed the smoke during the day. Food had to be supplied by friends who willingly gave up a portion of their rations to help those unfortunate people living for weeks in utter darkness. The following inscription is written on the wall of one of these underground rooms. I believe in the sun, though it is dark. I believe in God, though God is silent. And I believe in neighborly love, though it be unable to reveal itself. So the reporter says that he had seen the underground shelter with his own eyes. And Reverend Everett Howe continues, though it be dark has a different meaning than even when the sun is not shining, because if you're underground at noon, the sun is shining, but you are in the dark. The most interesting thing for him was the German word Nachsteinliebe, which in the third sentence. That's where love usually is. Nachsteinliebe can usually be translated into English as charity or altruism or benevolence, brotherly love, neighborly love, compassion. But usually in the English version, it's just love. And the article speaks of 9 Jewish refugees hiding for 4 months, where most of the stories talk about they would hide for the entire duration of the war. So these word changes changed the meaning of the quotation. The Jews hiding underground could not see the sun. It was not there for them. And it sounds like God was silent for them at that time too. But charity or benevolence or neighborly love or compassion, those things were present with them at that very moment, because people were risking their lives to keep them safe, and people were sharing rations with them. Nachsteinliebe was right there with them, although it, like them, had to be hidden. So Everett takes a crack at how to translate it into colloquial English, and he comes up with, I believe in the sun, even in darkness. I believe in God, even if God is silent. And I believe in compassion, even when it must remain hidden. So that's just a little background of I believe. I'd like to share a reading now. It's by the Reverend Rebecca Parker, who was the president of my seminary, Star King School for the Ministry, the UU seminary out in California. Perhaps it will happen this way. Someone will hand you a package. You will untie the ribbon of Handel's Messiah and Bing Crosby's White Christmas. Tear off the glittering paper of department store windows and strings of colored lights. Open the box made from old cards, friends' names fading beneath sweet greetings. Toss aside the tissue paper of stockings stuffed with oranges and candles lit in hope. And hold in your hands the desert at twilight, colors sinking across its sandy shoulders like a silk scarf tossed. The sky at night, stars skating too slowly to see over black ice, tracing elegant curves. The old growth forest, new shoots springing from the root of stumps cut down. 1,000 faces of human terror and human joy singing. You touch it all, an ache transformed. Earth, life, evening sky. This is the gift. Open it. Linda, thank you. Thank you for your gorgeous singing. We're about to sing Holy, no, she just sang Holy Night. We're about to sing Silent Night, which I've been looking forward to, and I'm going to give a little demo of how we can do it safely. We don't want to get wax on the carpet, and we don't want to burn anything down either. So the trick is the unlit candle should go sideways to go to the lit candle. We always want to keep the lit candle upright. So you can go like this, and then just hold it. And everyone's going to be masked while we're singing, so you can't blow it out. So just take the bottom and go like that. Voila. There we go. That's the trick. So I'll do it again. Here we go. Gonna go sideways. Light it. Stand up straight. And then we put it out like that when the song's over. Okay? This is gonna be fun. All right. And then I guess they can be. Video for the ministers. Yeah, that's right. All right, and we have the lyrics up there. And what else am I forgetting? Okay, I'm going to be like Ebenezer Scrooge, and I'm going to come down the center aisle, and I'm going to light it on each side, and then you can just light with the person next to you, and we'll go. And I'll come back, and I'll say the benediction, and then we'll sing.
Are we singing now?
No, not yet. Let's get it all lit first. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was good. Okay. Yeah, it's okay. If we dim the lights a little more, maybe. Those will be all right. Yeah. Thank you so much. Gorgeous. Okay. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. You can rise. Body and spirit. Mother and child. Please stay standing. When the songs of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins, to find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among our kin, to make music in the heart. May you go in peace.